Let's first see which Vachanamrut. I think it is first 43. Huh? First 43, right? So, who wants to read that? Bibaben Tamare? You want to read? બેવમાં
સાતમને દિવસ શ્રીજી મહારાજ શ્રી ગઢડા મધ્ય દાદા ખાચરના દરબારમાં ઉગમણે 12 ઓરડાની ઓસરીએ ઢોલિયા ઉપર સાંજને સમયે વિરાજમાન હતા ને માથે ધોળો પાગ બાંધીને ધોળી ચાદર ઓઢી હતી ને ધોળો ખેસ પહેર્યો હતો ને પાગને વિશે પીળા પુષ્પના તોરા લટકતા હતા અને કંઠને વિશે બી પીળા પુષ્પના હાર પહેર્યા હતા અને 2 કાનને ઉપર પીળા પુષ્પના ગુચ્છ ઘોસ્યા હતા ને પોતાના મુખારવિંદની આંગળ મુનિ તથા દેશ દેશના હરિભક્તની સભા ભરાઈને બેઠી હતી. તે સમયે શ્રીજી મહારાજે સર્વ ભક્તજનને ઉપર કરુણાની દ્રષ્ટિએ કરીને સર્વ સામું જોઈને બોલ્યા છે, સર્વે સાંભળો, એક પ્રશ્ન પૂછીએ. જે શ્રીમદ ભાગવત પુરાણમાં કહ્યું છે, જે ભગવાનના ભક્ત હોય તે 4 પ્રકારની મુક્તિને નથી ઈચ્છતા અને બીજા પણ જે ભગવાનના મોટા ભક્ત છે તે એમ કહે છે, જે ભગવાનના પ્રભક્ત હોય તે 4 પ્રકારની મુક્તિને નથી ઈચ્છતા. તે 4 પ્રકારની મુક્તિ તે શું? તો એક તો ભગવાનના લોકમાં રહેવું, અને બીજું ભગવાનની સમીપ રહેવું, અને ત્રીજું ભગવાનનું સરખું રૂપ પામવું, અને ચોથું ભગવાનનું સરખું ઐશ્વર્ય પામવું. એવી રીતે જે 4 પ્રકારની મુક્તિ છે તેને તો ભગવાનનો ભક્ત નથી ઈચ્છતો ને કેવળ ભગવાનની સેવાની છે. તે એ ભક્ત 4 પ્રકારની મુક્તિને સારું નથી ઈચ્છતો? એ પ્રશ્ન છે. તેનો ઉત્તર જેને જેવો આવડે તેવો તે કરે. પછી સર્વ પરમહંસે ઉત્તર કરવામાં લાગ્યા, પણ ઉત્તર થયો નહીં. ત્યારે શ્રીજી મહારાજ બોલ્યા છે, એ પ્રશ્નનો ઉત્તર એમ કરીએ છીએ, જે ભગવાનનો ભક્ત થઈને એ 4 પ્રકારની મુક્તિની ઈચ્છા રાખે તે તો સકામ ભક્ત કહેવાય, અને જે એ ચતુર્ધા ભક્તિને ન ઈચ્છે ને કેવળ ભગવાનની સેવાને જ ઈચ્છે તે નિષ્કામ ભક્ત કહેવાય. તે શ્રીમદ ભગવતમાં કહ્યું છે, જે મત્સ્ય વયા પ્રતિતમ ચાલો ચસાલોક્યદી ચતુષ્ટયમ નિચ્છન્તિ સેવ્યા પૂર્ણા કૃતજ્ઞકાલ વિશ્લુપ્તમ સાલોક્ય શાસ્ત્રીય સમીપ્ય સામ્યક ત્વમ્યુત્તા દ્યમાનમ ન ગ્રહણમ વિના મત્સેવ્યન જના. એનો અર્થ એ છે, જે ભગવાનના નિષ્કામ ભક્ત છે તે સેવા જે ભગવાનની પરિચય કરવી તે જો ચતુર્ધા મુક્તિમાં ન હોય અને એને ઈચ્છે જ નહીં ને એક સેવાને જ ઈચ્છે, અને એવા જે નિષ્કામ ભક્ત તેમને ભગવાન પોતાની સેવામાં રાખે છે. અને ભક્ત નથી ઈચ્છતો તો પણ બળાત્કારે ભગવાન એને પોતાનું ઐશ્વર્ય સુખને પમાડે છે. તે કપિલદેવ ભગવાને કહ્યું છે, જે અથોપ્ય મમ યાવનિસ્તમ મૃહમસ્ટં પ્રવર્તમ શ્રિયમ ભાગમ ભક્તિશ્રી સ્વપ્રુતિમ ભદ્રામ પરસ્યમ નેણુષ્ણત્વે તુ લોકે. અને આ નિષ્કામ ભક્તને જ ગીતામાં ભગવાને જ્ઞાની કહ્યો છે, અને એ સકામ ભક્ત છે તેને અર્થાર્થી કહ્યો છે. માટે ભગવાનના ભક્તને ભગવાનની સેવા વિના બીજું કાંઈ નહીં છું, અને ઈચ્છે તો એમાં કેટલી કાચપ કહેવાય, અને એ જો કાચપ હોય તો નિષ્કામ એવા જે ભગવાનના એકાંતિક તેનો સમાગમ કરીને કાચપને ટાળવી. પછી હવે ઇંગ્લિશમાં
અરુણાબેનને આપો.
ઓકે.
On the evening of Mahasud 7th Samvat 1876, 22nd January 1820, Sri Maharaj was sitting on a large decorated cot on the veranda outside the east-facing rooms of Dada Kachar's Darbar in Gadda. He had tied with a white pag around his head. He had covered himself with a white cotton cloth and was wearing a white cash as well. Tassels of yellow flowers were dangling from his pag, and garlands of yellow flowers adorned his neck. Also, bunches of yellow flowers had been placed upon both of his ears. At that time, an assembly of munis as well as devotees from various places had gathered before him. Looking at all of the devotees with a compassion gaze, Sriji Maharaj said, I wish to ask you a question, so please listen. He then began. The Srimad Bhagavatam Puran states, those who are devotees of God do not desire any of the four types of liberation. Other great devotees of God also say, devotees of God do not wish for four types of liberation. What are those four types of liberation? Well, the first is to reside in the realm of God. The second is to stay near God. The third is to assume a form of similar to that of God. And the fourth is to attain divine powers similar to God's powers. These are the four types of liberation. A devotee of God does not wish for any of these. He wishes only to serve God. Now, my question is, why does the devotee not wish for the four types of liberation? Please answer according to your ability. All of the Paramhamsas attempted to answer the question, but were unable to do so satisfactorily. Thereupon, Sriji Maharaj said, here I shall answer the question. One who maintains a desire for those four types of liberation after becoming a devotee of God is known as a Sakam devotee. In contrast, one who has no desires regarding the four types of liberation and who only desires to serve God is known as Nishkam devotee. In fact, Srimad Bhagavat states, Mat sevaya pritam cha salokyadi chatushyam Nishchanti sevaya purnaha krutam na nayat kalpavrutam. If those who are fulfilled by serving me do not wish the four types of liberation, such as a place in my abode, etc., which are attained by serving me, then why would they desire anything that is ultimately perishable? Salvakya sarvasti samipya sarupaikavrutam apyuta diyamanam na gruhanti vina mat sevanam janaha. Even if granted a place in my abode, powers similar to mine, my vicinity, a form similar to mine, or oneness with me. Right. Oneness with me, that is equal, similar to me, Nishkam devotees would not accept them without any might service. That is Srimad Bhagavatam, Vachanamrita, something like that. Although the second verse mentions 5 types of liberation, this does not contradict the earlier verse, which does not mention oneness with me, since there are considered to be 2 sets of liberation, oneness with God and a further 4 types of liberation. A person who attains oneness with God, that is, qualities similar to those of God, will naturally attain the other 4 types of liberation. On the other hand, the other 4 types of liberation alone are for those who have not attained such oneness with God. Ato vibhutyam mama maya vinashtatvam aishwaryam ashtangam anupavrittam Sriyam Bhagavatin Vaspishyanti Bhadram Parashyame Te Srunvati to Loke. even though my Nishkam devotees have no wish for the material opulence of the realm up to and including the realm of Brahma for the 8 yogic powers or for the auspicious wealth of God, they still enjoy, that is, attain all these in the Supreme Being's abode. This is Iti Vachanamrutam, Gajra 43.
Okay, so we got in Gujarati and English. So Vibhaben, now you ask question again.
So my question is that normally we always say that, we want to go to Akshardham, which is God's abode. And then we want to stay in your lotus feet, which is like being close, near to you, right, in your vicinity. So those are the two things that I normally ask for. I mean, Dhamma, to, I believe I'm here in Akshardham right now. But as far as I always pray that I want to be in your lotus feet. So I don't know, is that a good thing? I don't know. But so here it says that we shouldn't even wish to be near your vicinity. I mean, just to serve you. So that's why I had a conflict a little bit in my prayer or wishing. So I don't know.
Okay, are you reading from BAPS?
The one that
Book?
mine?
એક મિનિટ મારા વસીભાઈનો ફોન આવ્યો છે. હાજી વસીભાઈ, જય સ્વામિનારાયણ. છે
જય સ્વામિનારાયણ.
હાજી
જય સ્વામિનારાયણ.
જય સ્વામિનારાયણ.
2015 વર્ષ પછાડું 16 આવવાનું 23 year will be coming.
હાજી આજે અમારા વંદનભાઈ ને શીતલબેન ને અનામીબેન અને અમારા ભાનુબેન અને વિદ્યાધરભાઈ અમારા વંદનભાઈનો બર્થડે અને વિદ્યાધરભાઈ ને ભાનુબેનની એનિવર્સરી.
Happy birthday, happy anniversary. God bless you on such nice day.
વેરી ગુડ,
Fantastic day.
વેરી ગુડ, વેરી ગુડ. તમારા બ્લેસિંગ આવી ગયા.
જય સ્વામિનારાયણ, જય સ્વામિનારાયણ, જય સ્વામિનારાયણ.
હાજી હાજી વસીભાઈ,
Yes.
સરસ સરસ આશીર્વાદ આપો. ટુ ટુ ટુ. સો તમે વિભાબેન, તમે કયા વચનામૃતમાંથી વાંચો છો? ઓકે, એની અંદર ભગવાને પ્રશ્ન પૂછ્યો છે, પરમહંસો ઉત્તર કરવા લાગ્યા પણ થયો નહીં. ત્યાર પછીનો પેરેગ્રાફ વાંચો તો ફરીથી. After, huh?
Yeah.
No. This is first 43, but after Swaminarayan Bhagavan asked the question and Paramhans tried to answer and it did not happen, and the next paragraph after that Swaminarayan Bhagavan is answering.
Okay, all the Paramhansas tried to answer the question in their own way but could not quite succeed. Sriji Maharaj then said, "Let me answer this question." So saying, he addressed the assembly. If a devotee of God aspires for any of the four aspects of mukti, he is called a sakam bhakta. Whereas one who does not aspire for the four aspects of mukti and merely desires to serve God is called niskam bhakta. Srimad Bhagavat says.
No, that's okay. So, you read that way, and now let me read my way, okay? And this is from BAPS, which is similar, Thereupon Sriji Maharaj said, here, I shall answer the question. One who maintains a desire for those four types of liberation after becoming a devotee of God is known as a desirous devotee, sakam devotee. In contrast, one who has no desires regarding the four types of liberation and who only desires to serve God. What? Serve, with powerful statement. Serve God is known as Nishkam devotee. In fact, Srimad Bhagavat states same thing, So, what does that say? So, anything wrong with that? Those who are asking for liberation and to be in the abode of God is not bad, But, like in your job, if your boss gives you $1, what do you call? Bonus? Is it bad? Huh? $1 is bad. So if your boss gives you $1 bonus, it is like what you are saying, to have these four muktis, And if you don't ask anything, have no desire, and then boss gives you 50,000 bonus, then you would say, thank you, 50,000 times maybe. Right? Which one is better? Right. So, when a devotee desires these four type of things, there are varieties of ways to look this statement. The first way to look of this statement is that without doing the service of God, a devotee, a sakam devotee, who may not even believe in God, may want to have these four things. Do you have any acceptance or question on that?
I always think આ જન્મમાં તો લાઈક યોગીજી મહારાજ ના ભક્તો હોય એમને એમ થાય કે અમે યોગીજી મહારાજ જ્યાં હોય ત્યાં અમને મળે. That's what I feel કે અત્યારે હું આ લાઈફમાં વિભા છું તો આપણા પ્રત્યક્ષ ચરણોમાં છું, પણ પછી હું મારું ફરી રિસાયકલ થયું તો ફરી આપણા ચરણોમાં જ આવું એવું પ્રાર્થના રહે મારી કાયમ.
Right, but what I'm saying and what you are saying is not agreeing, You are in your own thinking again, in your circle. You are not trying to understand what I'm saying. Let me repeat again. The devotees who are desirous or sakam, there are two categories, even in that sakam devotees. One sakam devotee who believes in God and then tries by himself to attain any one of the four or all four liberation by his own efforts. But there is another group which is not believing in God, but still wants these four types of desires. A non-believer devotee also can do this activity to attain these four things. Does that make sense to you?
Because it's from Gita, so I'm thinking that, the God here might not be Swaminarayan Bhagavan God.
No God at all. Does not believe in God means, I'm not saying just Swaminarayan Bhagavan, does not believe in any God. And still wants these four things.
My understanding is that although everybody says that they could achieve, my understanding is it's very difficult. It's like take a hair and try to remove the water from the ocean.
Okay,
It's that difficult.
but couldn't that be done by somebody,
Not in their lifetime, maybe.
No, but couldn't they do with the hair and try to empty the ocean?
No, I don't think so. It's not possible. You need, I think I need guru. I mean, I have guru, thank God. And murti to jo hai, I mean, like what murti or God is the purpose, right? It's what.
But those who believe in formless God, they are just doing what you said, with the hair, try to empty the ocean. But there are so many, right? So, 80% of the mass is trying that way, on their own efforts, Now we can say maybe, there is a category of, the one I told you is even lower than Nirakar Bhagavan, At least Nirakar is also believing in God, But there is a group who does not believe in God, And they still try for this effort, So that group, we don't want to be in that group, That we are not saying that we don't believe in God and we want these things, But then the second group is, the one we talked, is the Nirakar group, and wanting that. And there is a big group also, in that also. Then the third group is that those who are believing in Sakar form of God, but wants these four things, but do not want to do the seva, do not want to serve the God, So these are the three categories that Bhagavan is explaining in the first part, And then the other part Bhagavan is saying that there is a small group, because it is very elevated understanding, There is a small group where the devotees have no desires for all these four things. Because they know that to be in the service of God is more important than any of these four things, So, those who are that kind of devotees, they would be, in the time of Swaminarayan Bhagavan, would not want to go to Akshardham while Swaminarayan Bhagavan is here, In Bhagavatam, also it is the same way explained, the same theory, that when Lord Krishna was on this earth, those devotees did not want anything, They did not want to go to Golok or anywhere, but they wanted to be in service of Lord Krishna. So now, when Lord Swaminarayan was on this earth, and let's say you were there, what would be your choice? To go to Akshardham or to be in his service?
To be in service of Gurunath Swami and Bhagavan.
Okay. So now, your question is answered, or you still have
Got it.
more questions?
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let me put a little bit more this into that. But before I put more, maybe let's have something, from the group also, based on this discussion, say few more things, Huh? So, Aruna Ben, do you have something to say based on what you read?
And when you serve God, you are not supposed to have any wishes except serving God. And that is Nishkam Bhakti.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I left 2 paragraphs in this Vachanamrita.
What is that?
I left 2 paragraphs in this Vachanamrita, I think. In English.
Go ahead and read it.
Okay. Although the second verse mentions, okay, hold on. This means that Nishkam devotee of God does not wish for the 4 types of liberation if service, that is, attending to God, is not included therein. He wishes only to serve God. In turn, God keeps him in his own service. God also insistingly grants such a devotee his divine powers and bliss, even though the devotee does not wish for them. Kapildev Bhagavan had also said that in Hindi, Atto vibhutim mama maya vinashatvam aishwaryam astangam anupavrittam sriyam bhagavatim vas prashanti bhadram parashyame te shruvante tu loke. Even though my Nishkam devotees have no wish for the material opulence of the realm up to and including the realm of Brahma, for the 8 yogic powers or for the auspicious wealth of God, they still enjoy, that is, attain all these in the Supreme Being's abode. Then he said, it's only such a Nishkam devotee who has been referred to as a devotee with Jnana by Krishna Bhagavan in the Gita. A Sakam devotee, on the other hand, has been referred as a materialistic. Therefore, a devotee should not wish for anything except the service of God. After all, wishing for anything other than the service of God is considered to be deficiency in the devotee. If one does not have such a deficiency, it should be overcome by profound association with the desireless ekantik bhakta of God. Iti Vachanamritam. So it's, for me, it is saying that when you serve God without having any wishes, you should not have any wish, and that's the except God. After all, no wish, and if you have a wish, that's a deficiency in the devotee. So that's Sajjana.
Okay.
That's what I understand.
થોડું સમજાવવું છે પિન્ટુભાઈ તમને ફાવશે?
Just to proper clarify, I guess, the topic here, right? So Vibhanti's question is that normally devotees